Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, and double honor to those great mills on Lord is true. And also to the whole elect that's scattered abroad. I like to say, shalom. And come back here today with another great and powerful lesson, the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. The title of today's lesson is The End is Manifest. So I like to say shalom to all our listen and learn. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to true power, which in fact is Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So that about it, before we get started, we'll look up the word manifest. And that about it, everything is being made clear. Everything is obvious. So the stage is set. And that about it, we are here. We're in the end time and we're living in real time. So we'll look up the word manifest right quick and get a few examples of what it means. One moment. And the meaning manifest, when you look it up, the meaning of it, and it means clear or obvious to the eye or mind. And some example, apparent, evidence, definite, explicit, recognizable. So that about you get the idea. So that about is that, the end is obvious. You're seeing that, already talking about food shortage in America, talking about over just in, they started today in Southern California, Nevada, Colorado, Arizona, those places over there, that dam over there, I can't think, on Lake Reed, I think. But anyway, they're having a shortage of water. All this had been engineered from the left-hand side. Now it's already rumors of the economy crash, rumors of the end of the dollar, rumors of wars. And that about it, you're already talking about Israel is already preparing to attack Iran. All these Bible prophecies are coming to life left and right. They're being manifest. It's obvious. And that about it, if you do not know that we're at the end, then you are a damn fool. And that about it, the Lord is getting ready to return. And that about it, we still have a lot of unbelief. Still have a lot of people that don't have the faith, and the evidence is clear. It's clear as water. And that about is that, you can't get no clearer than this. And that about it, the alarm has been a sounding. Each and every day, the trumpet has, the warning has gone out. And that about is that the Lord is getting ready to bring that great tribulation upon, great judgment, great mourning. And that about is that, you're seeing that World War III has kicked off. And that about that, we're telling you about starvation. We tell you that black horse is riding, and that about it. All sorts of calamity is getting ready to come upon. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is getting ready to bring judgment and recompense upon us, and that about it. We are here. It is being manifested. The end is here. It's manifested left and right, and that about Bible prophecy is just constantly popping off the pages left and right, and that about it. Hey, the Lord is making it plain. And that about is that, he said that the election has attained and the rest was blind. And that about is that, what I'm saying, we are here. And that about that, famine of the word is getting ready to come in a big way. The Lord is getting ready to cut this truth off. And that about is that, it's time to seek the Lord. The door of repentance is closing. And that about that, we are here. And that about our salvation is very close than we yet believe. So the title of the day's lesson, once again, is The End is Being Manifest. It is clear. It is obvious. It is plain. So now, we'll open up with a quick video. And after the video clip, hope that you get edified by the lesson today. Just a quick lesson through the Spirit. One moment. One moment. We start the video up.
That I want to share with you today is that overnight, last night, Israel conducted the largest air drill with hundreds of platforms, among which are fighter jets and refueling planes and others above the skies of the Mediterranean. And what the assimilation is attacking in a far location. Of course, what was assimilated was a strike on Iran. Again, I told you Israel put Iran on notice already. The Minister of Defense, Benny Gantz, in his speech 2 weeks ago, made it very clear Israel cannot afford waiting anymore. Israel has been engaged in a month-long drill, assimilating a war on all fronts, because we understand that if we do something in Iran, the response will come from Iraq and Syria and Lebanon and Gaza and maybe even Yemen. We understand all of that. This is what the Iranians are doing. They created all these proxies so they will do the dirty job for them. So Israel assimilated multi-front lines of war with thousands of rockets. The simulation was with thousands of rockets falling on Israeli cities and some important installations. So, what's the difference now? We finally, at the end stage, at the end part of this drill, we have now practiced on this long-distance strike. Israel doesn't have any enemies that are that far. I mean, the last time Israel struck over 1,000 kilometers away from where we are is when, maybe 7-8 years ago in Sudan, when we destroyed Iranian missile shipment near Khartoum. And we did that, and that was almost equivalent to the distance Israel will have to fly all the way to Iran. So that was also, in a way, a drill. But I'm talking about now that we have the F-35s, which we didn't have then. Israel, for the first time, practiced a very, very large airstrike on Iranian nuclear sites. Everybody knows that. The American knows that. The European knows that. Our allies knows that. And I believe the Iranians may even know that. This is why the rhetorics of the Iranians stepped up a little bit in the last few days. They understand that there's a very good chance that in the next few weeks, something is going to happen.
Follow Amir Tsarfati on.
So, I hope you enjoyed the video. So, you're still thinking that it's a game, and that about it. World War III is at the door, and that about it. We constantly warning you left and right, and that about a lot of people are still not believing, still thinking that we have time, and we have run out of time. The manifestation of the end, it is here. Bible prophecy are constantly popping. They on schedule. They are popping like popcorn. We constantly warning you left and right. So let's get a quick precept before we open up the lesson. Let's go to Revelation chapter 3. And one thing about it in that video is that, the least of the flocks shall bring them out. And that about Israel is preparing for war against Iran. And that about Ezekiel chapter 38. And that about it, through Bible prophecy, Israel will be totally destroyed. And that about it, will be hit with those IBCM missiles, will be cleansed. That land will be cleansed. And that about those bastards, the fake ass Jews that's in our land right now are getting ready to be destroyed. The Lord is getting ready to burn them with that fervent heat. And that about that judgment is coming. And soon behind that, AKA Babylon the Great, least of the flock shall bring them out. That is Israel. So Israel is already preparing a strike on Iran, and everybody, they have enemies all around them. Syria, Lebanon, I can't think of the other two, but anyway, they have enemies, and everybody, they are really, in a no-win situation. But that is about it. These are all Bible prophecies are coming to life. They're being manifested. It is obvious. It is here. It is at the door. So now, let's go to Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. Quick precept. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. One moment. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. And it reads, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe come quickly. So that everybody's, we read upon World War III. And the Lord said, I come quickly. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, we seeing that all these things are constantly wrapping up. You know what I'm saying? Everything is constantly manifest. It's just popping. And everybody, you know what I'm saying? World War III has begun. Russia and Ukraine, NATO and the U.S., China and Taiwan, all these things are getting ready to lock in. Jeremiah chapter 50, Jeremiah chapter 51, Ezekiel chapter 38, these things are coming to pass left and right. Revelation chapter 13, you know what I'm saying? These things are happening. And everybody's, we're excited. And everybody, we knowing that all this is getting ready to go down. And everybody, a great tribulation period that we have never seen before. And everybody, it's coming. It is fastly approaching. The Lord is getting ready to return. And our redemption is drawing nearer and nearer. We cannot wait. And everybody, we cannot wait. Immortality, spiritual power is right around the corner. And rulership, we are ready to rule and get out of here. So now, let's go to another quick precept before we open up. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 50. Quick precept about the video we just watched. Jeremiah, one moment. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. One moment. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. And it reads, therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Babylon, and his purpose that he has purposed against the land of the Chaldean. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. And that is about that. So Israel will be attacked first. After Israel be attacked, then AKA Babylon the Great, which is fact, it's the United States of America, they will be totally obliterated. They will be totally destroyed. And that about those IBCM missiles are getting ready to fly. And that about we are very close to our salvation, to our redemption. The Lord is getting ready to deliver us. And that about Joel chapter 3 is getting ready to pop off. And that about the Lord is getting ready to plead for us. And that about is that, we cannot wait. The Lord is getting ready to do a mighty work. And that about we are here. The end is being manifested. It is clear as day. It is in your faith. So it's time to watch, pray, and be so. Redeem the time wisely. Because we are here. We're living in real time. And that about is that, we're at the end of time. And we have run out of time. And that about it is time to seek the Lord. Seek the Lord now while he can be found. Because that about it. When the Lord show up, will be no more talk. Total desolation. Total destruction. You know what I'm saying? Anguish. The body count will be great. So now, let's go to one moment. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 4. Jeremiah chapter 4. We'll start off here. Jeremiah chapter 4, and we'll start up at verse 19. Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 19. And it reads, my bowels, I pain at my very heart. My heart maketh a noise in me. I cannot hold my peace, because thou hast heard, O my soul, the sound of the trumpet, the alarm of war. So that about we hearing that sound, you know what I'm saying? Rumors of war. And that about we hearing the drum, the war drums are beating. And that about they're getting closer and closer. And that about you already in that video, Iran is getting ready to, Salakia, Israel is getting ready to attack Iran. They're already practicing for it. And that about it, we already know how it's going to end. And that already had been prophesied. Israel will be a total desolation. And that about that land must be cleansed before we go back into that land. And that about the Lord is a mighty chess player. And that about we're sounding the alarm. And that about we're keeping not silent each and every day. And that about even though we get scoffed and mocked. And that about we're going to constantly do the will of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So now let's start back up Jeremiah chapter 4. And we'll start back up at verse 20. And it reads, destruction upon destruction is cried, for the whole land is spoiled. Suddenly are my tents spoiled, and my curtains in a moment. Verse 21, how long shall I see the standard and hear the sound of the trumpet? Verse 22, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are Sodom's children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. So that about it, those are the two-thirds that rebellious house that did not want to return. And that about the end is being manifested. It is right before their eyes. And that about they cannot see. They're not hearing. And that about because they are rebellious. Sodom's children, they are stupid. And that about they had turned their back on Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And the end is being manifested. Left and right, we are here. And that about is that we cannot wait. Could be weeks, could be months, could be the end of this year. And that about it, it's time to seek the Lord while he can be found. Come under total subjection to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. He is the only way and he is the only answer. The kingdom of heaven, it is at hand. So now, let's go to, one moment. Let's go to Jeremiah. One moment before we go out. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 51. One moment. Jeremiah chapter 51. No, Salaki. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24. One moment. Matthew chapter 24, and we'll start at verse 6. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And it reads, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So that about it, we at the beginning of sorrow. You're hearing all these different rumors of war. Israel and Iran. You're hearing about NATO America, Russia, China, and Taiwan. All these are rumors of war, and nations constantly rising against nations. And that is about the heathens are raging to see to be the next superpower. But that is about they're in for a rude awakening. And that is about the Lord is getting ready to return and set everything back into order. We cannot wait. So that is about war is in the air. It's getting ready to go down, and it's about to get real. And that is about a lot of people are still playing games. And that is about they have a lack of knowledge. And that is about it. Hey, we are at the door. We really don't care. And that is about it. Either you righteous or you unrighteous. We are here. And everybody say, hey, can't get no plainer than this. It is obvious. It is clear. We are at the end of an earth age. It is here. And the kingdom of heaven, it is at hand. So now, let's start back up one moment. Let's start back up at Matthew chapter 24 and verse 9. And it reads, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Verse 10. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. Verse 11. And many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. And everybody, you seeing that, all over the place. You got women's trying to preach, prophesizing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with them warning, but not trying to break the scriptures down. You got a lot of false prophets breaking these scriptures down all wrong, constantly leading the sheep to the slaughter. And everybody, they will be destroyed. They have blood on their hand. And everybody, they're trying to come up another type of way. The Lord said, be not deceived. You know what I'm saying? Take heed. Don't be deceived. And everybody, you must trust and believe in Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And everybody, you know what I'm saying? And he said, in that day, they shall know that a prophet was among them. And everybody, the men of the Lord, we're constantly standing up tall and we stand on fire for Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And everybody, we seeing that, a lot of betraying is getting ready to go on. A lot of people are walking in great pride. A lot of things are happening. And everybody, all hell is getting ready to break loose. So now let's start back up. Matthew chapter 24, and we'll start back up at verse 11 again. And it reads, and many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So that everybody, you seeing a lot of people are walking in great pride. You're seeing that people are not considered. They're still being selfish, still hating one another, still walking in the congregation of darkness. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, we constantly warning them left and right. But that is about, we're not even worried about the incredulity, their unbelief. And everybody, they don't have the faith. But when this time of trouble comes, he said, they shall seek me early, but they shall not find. They shall be willing, but that is about, it will be too late. And everybody, hey, judgment is right upon us. And we constantly warning you left and right. The end is being manifested. It is clear as day. So now, let's start back up. Matthew chapter 24, and we'll start back up at verse 13. But he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So the end is being manifest, just like the Bible said. And about this truth has gone out through the four corners of the earth, through the what? The World Wide Web, through the internet. And about every time you turn on your television, you turn on YouTube, and about it's lessons going out back to back. Men of the Lord and how he's about making these videos left and right. And about this is the year of the turn up. And about the Lord is turning it up left and right. He's getting ready to show up and show out. And about all this time, we're redeeming the time wise. We seeing that the end, it is here. It is at the door. And about it, it's no more time to be playing around. And about all the games are almost over. And about that, hey, the Lord is getting ready to return. And about is that, recompense and judgment is right upon him. Judgment is here. It is payday. The Lord is getting ready to repay. And about it, wicked Negro women, wicked Negro men, the heathen nation, they're getting ready to pay. And about it, they're getting ready to pay with their life. The Lord is getting ready to bring it. So about it, we constantly warning you left and right. So now, let's go to one moment before we close out. Let's go to Psalm chapter 27. We'll close out here. Psalm chapter 27, one moment. Psalm chapter 27. Psalm chapter 27, and we'll start at verse 1. Psalm chapter 27 and verse 1. And it reads, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Verse 2. when the wicked, even my enemies and my foe, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumble and fail. Verse 3, though and hosts should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, it in this will I be confident. Let's read that again. Psalm chapter 27 and verse 3. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. And everybody, we're seeing that, a great multitude is kindling around us, NWO, the sovereignty of America. A lot of things that have this digital society. And everybody, we seeing all these different things are coming down the pipeline. Martial law, unrighteous decrees, a lot of things that happen. The end is being manifested. You're seeing all these mass shootings. So I think today that a lady got killed. I don't know what city or was he in. She got shot 5 times. And also she was pregnant. And everybody, that old ancient hatred is coming back. Your enemy, they hate you. And everybody, the Lord is making it plain. He's making it obvious. Who are your enemy? And who is the devil that the Bible speaks of? The so-called white man, the red devil. And everybody, we constantly warning you left and right. So the Lord is making it plain. He's constantly making it plain all across the tape. And everybody's there. You cannot see because the Lord has gave you a strong delusion so you can believe a lie. So now let's start back up. Psalm chapter 27, we start back up at verse 4. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. Verse 5, for in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion, and in the secret of the tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. Verse 6, and now shall my head be lifted up above my enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifice of joy. I will sing, yea, I will sing praises unto the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And everybody, we're constantly rejoicing because we knowing that we're at the end of our affliction. We seeing that the end is here. It's been manifest. It is clear. It is obvious. And everybody, if you cannot see because the Lord has put a strong delusion upon you, you're part of the 2/3. You will be cut off and die. The Lord is making it plain and simple. And everybody, we are here. It is at the door. World War III has kicked off. And everybody, that time of trouble, great tribulation, great mourning, great anguish is right upon us. You know what I'm saying? Famine, pestilence. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things are getting ready to happen. And everybody, we must be prepared mentally. And everybody, we seeing the rumors of war. We seeing that all these different things are going on in the world. And everybody, right before that great and terrible day of the Lord is getting ready to return. Our salvation is very close than we yet believe. So the title of the daily lesson, once again, is the end is being manifest. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rikakadash. I like to say, Shalom.